has given us the pharmacy, from the herbs to the meals that we take. Make sure we embrace food in their wholesome form. Hi everyone. Are you happy to be here? Are you excited? My name is Prisca. You can call me the Value Addition Queen. I am the CEO Ayola Foods. This is where we prepare you the most nutritious and unconventional meals. Maybe I had someone ask, what do we eat? Umeambia tutoe ugali, umetuambia tutoe hii. What else do we eat? So at Ayola Foods, we offer you alternative meal options, the ones that are out of the ordinary. Question: when you sit down to eat, are you feeding your body, are you feeding your disease? The reason why I started with that simple question is because the choices we make about the food we take have two impacts in our body. You can either be feeding a disease or you're nourishing your body. So that's a challenge for you today. Any choice you make or what is on your plate, make sure you're nourishing your body and you're not feeding a disease. Because we say our kitchens are the first pharmacy. So how you prepare your meals, how you combine those ingredients, impact how you respond to these diseases. I'm happy to be building up on what the other speakers have said, because basically it's all about healthy eating and how you nourish your body. Today, I want to give you a challenge to recognize the meals you take as nature's pharmacy, from the herbs to the meals and everything that you decide to consume. Remember, it's your nature has given us the pharmacy, from the herbs to the meals that we take. So let's recognize these meals in their own original, natural and wholesome form for us to be able to fight some of diseases. So recognize that as the nature's pharmacy. And also we are incorporating the traditional wisdom. I know we have a lot of herbalists amongst us. So we incorporate that nature's wisdom and that traditional wisdom to make sure that we are fighting these diseases. And also, the other thing, the reason for this herb fest, the conversations that have been going around is all about preventive medicine. So from the herbs we take, the seeds, the spices, everything that we take, it's all about preventive medicine. And besides the food, we also like approaching healing from a holistic approach. How are you managing your stress? How is your mental and emotional well-being? Because we might be eating very well, but your stress levels ziko huku. So that's when you'll getting the best foods for your gut, and at the same time gut issues as the issue. So at the same time, much as you are eating well, make sure you balance the other aspects of life. Are you sleeping enough? Are you managing your stress levels? Is your emotional and mental well-being well? So it's a whole holistic approach. Besides the food, make sure you also check the other aspects of your life, because if we don't balance, kuna moja itaanguka. So also, I challenge you to check what is on your plate. Let's avoid the highly or the ultra processed foods. Because what happens, I start as a value addition enthusiast and I have done a lot of value addition. I'm sure most of you have passed by our stand. But when we do value addition, do we value add and still maintain the natural ingredients in that food? Or do we go through the value addition process trying to make a product and strip off the essential nutrients that are very important for our general well-being? I remember a time back, I think at the beginning of this year, there was a conversation, a very heated debate that was online, and I actually did an article on the same, about the ugali flour that we consume. Kadomi challenged us about the ugali. unaendea ya kisiagi ama you go for the other one that is highly processed and stripped of the essential nutrients that are important, from the micro and macro nutrients, the minerals and all the essential nutrients that the body requires. So it's high time that we, to avoid the ultra-processed food, make sure we embrace food in their wholesome form. Ukikuja pale Ayola, utapata ugali imepikwa, na that is actually part of today's lunch. You'll get ugali that has ingredients in their wholesome form. These like plantains, we mill them in their whole form, plus the peels. We don't throw away the peels because the peels come with a lot of nutrients. So when we remove this peel, it has the resistant starch, it has the fiber. So we make it part of our ingredients to make sure you are getting the ingredients in the wholesome form. So as you make the food choices today, make sure they are in a wholesome form to make sure you are getting the maximum nutrients. Usikule kitu then upate, you did enjoy the nutrients that are present with it. Remember, every meal is either feeding a disease or fighting it. So when you are making these choices, make sure they are the best. Don't feed that disease. Make sure you are fighting it through the food that you're taking. And it is first in your kitchen, which is your first pharmacy. So as you're making all those decisions, make sure you are combining the meals that have the best. So I'll read you something as I conclude. Your kitchen is your first pharmacy. The choices you make daily, what you cook, how you combine your ingredients, and how you nourish your body have the power to prevent disease, restore balance, and improve your quality of life. So let's embrace food in their most natural form. Let's explore the richness of herbs, the warmth of spices, and the strength of seeds. And let's also rediscover the power in simple, wholesome meals. We have measured highly on plantain value addition. And most people ask, why did you choose plantain? Because plantain is a superfood. And across different stages of ripening, you have functional foods. By functional, I mean they provide nutritional benefits beyond just nourishing the body. So, ukitembea kwa ile stand yetu, you'll find amazing products. We've milled plantain flour in its original form. Then we've made blends for different uses. We have a blend for ugali, we have a blend for uji, and we're still working on a gluten-free option for the same. Then when the plantains are in the normal stage of ripening, we have them grilled, fried, or boiled, depending on your preference. Then when they are overripe, the previous speakers talked about fermented foods, and that's where we come in to make functional drinks from the plantain. No, plantains are very sugary. So at that stage, we ferment them to make a probiotic drink. We don't throw away them. And then, after making the probiotic drink, we also make a wine. So you can pass by and sip a wine from there. So the message is, let's embrace wholesome meals. And if you are looking for a place you can have wholesome and out of the ordinary meals, we are the best people for you. We have things like rabbit, mushrooms, plantains, those tubers, the complex that provides the complex carbs like the ndoma, the cassava. So chakula isikue chakula tu. Make sure you are feeding your body and you are fighting, not nourishing the diseases. So part of our meals that we are going to have, we'll have a lot of fermented foods as part of lunch. We'll have whole meals, and we'll also have sprouts and different unconventional meals. So let's embrace unconventional meals and make sure we are not feeding diseases. But by eating, we are not just nourishing the body, but we are fighting the diseases. Thank you so much.